Welcome, everybody, to this live stream, July 6th, or July 7th, I should say, 2016. Welcome to the Chase Oliver channel, talking some professional wrestling today on this channel. If you guys are NBA fans and you guys like the NBA, you should check out my other live streams that I did. I did some live streams on the NBA, talking about Kevin Durant signing with the Golden State Warriors, and a bunch of other stuff, recapping the NBA draft and everything like that. As you guys can see in the title, that these are the topics that we're going to be talking about today here on the live stream. If you guys are catching this on the archives, hope you guys are enjoying this as well. If you guys are watching live and you guys want to chime in, I don't have a phone number set up yet. I don't have like the Skype number or the Skype minutes set up, so you guys can call me in. But if you guys want to get into the hangout and talk some of these topics just for a little bit, not for the whole show, a little bit, I'll bring you in just to talk about it for a little bit, and then you guys have to promise to leave and not click the link and all that other stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. Let's get started talking about the first topic at hand. Brock Lesnar is going to be fighting Randy Orton at SummerSlam 2016 in Brooklyn, New York. Now, as you guys know, this is kind of a huge shock, a huge twist of event. WWE announced that Brock Lesnar's opponent was going to be announced on SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown ain't live yet. Okay, SmackDown's still being taped. People are saying, oh, wait, so we're going to find out on Tuesday who he's going to face? Well, that wasn't the case. We didn't even get any spoiler who Lesnar is going to face. And then it led to a lot of people lead to speculations that it was going to be Randy Orton, that Brock Lesnar was going to take on Randy Orton at SummerSlam. So I was sitting there and I was saying to myself about a potential Brock Lesnar Randy Orton match. Am I excited for this matchup? Am I sitting here excited for Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton? Oh yeah, this has been a matchup I've wanted to see for years. I've been wanting to have a match in that square circle, especially where Lesnar is at now and where Randy Orton is at now. Yeah, and we get this match. And I've been waiting for it, and now it's given to me. It's been announced. Lesnar, Randy Orton, SummerSlam 2016. Get freaking ready, because that's the match we're going to get. We're going to get that match at SummerSlam 2016. Am I excited for it? Yes, I am. But at the same time, I sit here and I say to myself, is this really the best that you can do for Brock Lesnar? Now, you guys know I'm a huge Randy Orton fan. I love me some Randy Orton. I'm happy that this guy is going to get a big-time SummerSlam paycheck. But I look at Brock Lesnar, and you know, the WWE right now, they're in a winning situation with Brock Lesnar. I mean, let's face it here. Let's be real here. Brock Lesnar is going to be headlining UFC 200 this Saturday. This Saturday, Brock Lesnar is going to be headlining UFC 200 with Mark Hunt. And it's funny, too, because Brock Lesnar has always been the guy where a lot of people were saying, oh, this guy has to be on some drugs. This guy has to be doing some testosterone. This guy has to be doing some steroids. Yet he passed all those tests. He passed all the tests that they're testing him with. John Jones didn't. And so now WWE pretty much is saving UFC's ass, because Brock Lesnar is going to be the main event of UFC 200. Just think about it. Just think about that. Brock Lesnar is literally saving the UFC right now. Brock Lesnar is carrying the UFC, and now he's going to go on to SummerSlam and have a big headline match, but it's against Randy Orton. Does anyone see a problem with this? Am I the only one that sits here and I say, that makes no freaking sense? You have Brock Lesnar, who's headlining UFC 200, which is going to get a bunch of pay-per-view buys. Yeah, the buys have probably dropped off by now because of the whole John Jones situation, but it's still going to average at least 1 million pay-per-view buys, which is really good in the dying pay-per-view market. People don't realize this. The pay-per-view market is such a dying market. There's not a big market for the pay-per-view scene anymore, and Brock Lesnar is going on, and he's going to be taking on Randy Orton at SummerSlam, and it's like, but this guy is headlining one of the biggest, if not the biggest, UFC event of all time at UFC 200. And it's like pretty much Brock Lesnar, you know, and he's gone on record. It's not like Brock Lesnar's squeaky clean on this. Brock Lesnar has gone on record, and he said he doesn't care. He does not give a fuck about how much his drawing power to the WWE is. He does not give a shit what Stephanie McMahon thinks. He said about this all in the pre-fight interviews, the pre-fight press conferences, the pre-fight phone calls. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. But the WWE, they care. They really care. And at first, the way I looked at it, I said to this, when I looked at Lesnar and stuff like that, I said, it doesn't matter if Lesnar wins or loses because he's just a co-main eventer. He's just there to make a UFC appearance. Now Lesnar's the main eventer. Can you imagine if Brock Lesnar wins against a tough guy like Mark Hunt? Oh my God. That stock just goes higher and higher for Brock Lesnar. But yet, at SummerSlam this year, you know, you got this Brock Lesnar guy who possibly is going to win in a legit, real MMA fight at UFC 200, one of the biggest events of the year, and he's facing Randy Orton. He is facing Randy Orton. Really? That's the best is Randy Orton. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Randy Orton match. That should have happened. I agree. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton should happen. But it's like Brock Lesnar is going from a big name brand and he's going back to WWE. And instead of giving him a big name wrestler, it's like they give him Randy Orton. No, like I said, Randy Orton versus Brock match that you could put at like Night of Champions or Hell in a Cell or, you know, another B show pay-per-view. But that's one of your big headline matches for SummerSlam. Really? A Lesnar Randy Orton match? Is that what we really need at SummerSlam? I mean, yeah, we want to see this. Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar will work with each other. It's cool that Randy Orton is getting this type of match and he's going to get a SummerSlam paycheck. But what does Randy Orton really have done to make you really want to care about him in the last year or so? Randy Orton has been injured for the most part. His only highlight in the past year is that RKO on Seth Rollins. Other than that, Randy Orton, he had one championship runs in recent memory when he was the unified WWE World. He was a ghost at WrestleMania 30. Like, if you were to ask a common fan at WrestleMania 30 who is the world champion at that time, no one would be saying Randy Orton. They'd be saying Batista just because of how much heat Batista was getting. Or they might think Daniel Bryan's the champion trying to defend his belt. Randy Orton was like a ghost. And you're telling me instead of using a younger guy that could probably use this rub against Brock Lesnar a lot more, someone that you want to build this whole quote-unquote new era around to build Brock Lesnar, it's like, what? This is what you're going to do? This is what you're going to do. You're really going to give him Randy Orton. What does Randy Orton benefit from having a match with Brock Lesnar? I don't see him benefiting from this. I honestly don't. Is it going to be a cool SummerSlam attraction match? This is what you need at SummerSlam. But the problem is with the WWE is this. They don't understand that they're in a rebuilding mode. They're like one of those sports teams that don't understand what rebuilding means, so they keep reloading, and they hope that every time they reload, they're going to actually hit a shot. Really? You're just going to reload at SummerSlam 2016. You're not going to go. You're not going to go and try someone else new. I mean, yeah, I get it. People were talking about Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, and a bunch of guys. They're nowhere near Lesnar's level, but fuck. Just the rub of facing Lesnar makes you a big deal. Hell, people are excited for this Randy Orton match, man. They're all sitting here excited for this Randy Orton match, and it's like, oh, Randy Orton hasn't wrestled in a year and a half. Randy Orton at all. And people are still super excited for this matchup. You know what I'm saying? Like, Randy Orton doesn't need this rub. Randy Orton is fine. Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar can happen any other time. I feel if you have Brock Lesnar, who is headlining UFC 200, who is going to be saving that show from the mistake that John Jones made, you want to try to use that name into SummerSlam for something for a younger guy to probably hang their hat on. And in fact, if Brock Lesnar does win this UFC fight, a real fight, not the WWE scripted fights, if Brock Lesnar does win this fight, why isn't he going to go for the world title? That makes no sense to me. He beats a guy like Mark Hunt, who's one of the toughest fighters in the sport, who has knockout power right in his hands, and this guy's not going to get an automatic world title shot? That this guy is just going to sit here and just get this? He's going to fight Randy fucking Orton. Are you serious? Randy Orton. I mean, at least all the other names, yeah, they're not as big names as Randy Orton, like Kevin Owens, Dean Ambrose, Reigns, Rollins. They're not as big names as Randy Orton, but at least they've been on TV consistently. What has made Randy Orton deserving of this match with Brock Lesnar? It doesn't make him deserving. I'm a big Randy Orton fan. I'm going to say it right now. This is a big mistake by WWE. I think they are making a big mistake by having this Lesnar versus Orton match at SummerSlam. Will I get eyeballs on the product? Sure. People will tune in. People will be interested. People will watch. But will it help any of them going forward? Because like I said, Brock Lesnar wins at UFC. He has to, and I mean has to, go for the championship. It would make no sense. So let's see what the comment section are saying. Steven's talking some MMA talk. Not MMA video here, Steven. WWE. But that would be cool if Anderson fights DC. And no, I'll check out the McGregor and Nate Diaz conference after I watch Dos Anjos versus Alvarez, which is tonight, live on UFC Fight Pass. Generic Minority, my NBA co-host, says WWE equals Celtics/Lakers. Yes, they are. They pretty much are doing this. They're pretty much doing this. So, yeah, Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton, SummerSlam 2016. Let me know in the chat comment section what you guys think about it. Are you guys on the same page with me? If not, you have different opinions, let me know. Let me know what different opinions you have on this. Anyways, up next on the topic list that I have on here is Final Deletion. The big match on TNA Impact Wrestling on Pop between Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. Now, here's the thing. I thought this feud was over at Slammiversary. This is why sometimes I get annoyed with how TNA works things. I get it. They only have like 2 pay-per-views a year. I know they have all those one-night-only events, but those aren't really considered pay-per-views. But when a big-time match happens on a pay-per-view, especially if it is a Full Metal Mayhem match, and TNA fans should know Full Metal Mayhem matches are normally feud enders or a big-time match for TNA superstars that compete in, you know, that would be the final match. That would be it. But no, instead, TNA kept on going and going with this feud. They had a steel cage match, and now they had this Final Deletion match, which I didn't even know was going to take place. No one knew what was going to take place. I just remember I was on Twitter. I got home from work. I saw Pop TV tweeted something. I clicked the video, and I said, what the fuck is this? And I was just sitting there, and I just saw, like, some weird shit, and it said, this Tuesday on Pop. I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there like, the fuck? No, this has to be, this is so fake. This is not real. And the more the days went by Monday, it turned out it was going to be real. So I decided, yeah, you know what? Let's record TNA. After work, I'll go watch Final Deletion. Didn't get around to it. Went out Tuesday night, had some fun. So Wednesday morning, I woke up, was all like, took my shower, felt good. Said, I don't have work until another 5 hours from now. Let me turn it on. Let me turn on Final Deletion. And I got to say, in all honesty, that was a pretty damn good match. I know a lot of people were expecting me, out of all people in the world, to come on here and poke fun at it. Like, don't get me wrong. Is the match cheesy as fuck? Oh, absolutely. Like, this match was super duper fucking cheesy. It is from the background music that's going on to it, from the drone that's flying around, to Matt Hardy's acting, to the Gardner getting involved in the match. This match is absolutely cheesy. But goddamn, dude, this is actually a fun match to watch. Now, is it a match of the year quality? Hell no. No. If you find someone that is telling you that Matt Hardy versus Jeff Hardy or Brother Nero and Broken Matt Hardy is a great match and is a match of the year contender, they're crazy. They're insane. They need to go to a mental hospital. I don't really say to go that far, but, you know, this is not really a match of the year quality. But this was fun. They were doing a bunch of stupid shit. There were spires, there were explosions. It was like watching Wrestling Society X. It was different. Something that you don't get from wrestling nowadays. It was kind of like a poke fun at Lucha Underground. Saying, you want to go all fancy with your little shitty cinematography? Fuck yeah, we can do it too. 10 times worse. I felt like it was a nice little parody of wrestling. Felt this was some of the best work I've seen from Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy. It was funny. I was having fun watching it. I sat there. It's only like 13 minutes long, the whole match. It's not bad. I don't think it's the worst match I've ever seen. It's just fun to watch. It's like it shows everything that's wrong with wrestling. Like that match right there shows what's everything is wrong with professional wrestling, like what you shouldn't do. But it worked. It worked. Maybe it's more of a match for hardcore fans. I don't know. Maybe if you guys can show it to some casuals and they can see what they think about it. But I felt it was a fun match. I'm being dead honest. I want to know what you guys thought about Final Deletion. Are you guys with me that you guys at least felt it was a fun thing to watch? Because I don't think anyone can go out of there and say it was boring. If anyone thinks it's boring, I don't know what you're looking for in entertainment in the world of professional wrestling, because that shit was not boring. That shit was fun. Is it cheesy? Can you say it's bad? Yeah, absolutely. You can say it's cheesy. You can say it's bad. I mean, like I said, the one thing I would have taken away from this match was all the weird-ass background music. I thought the background music was too distracting. I would have rather just hear these guys go at it. Eduardo Witchman says, wait, Randy Orton is going against Brock Lesnar. Yes. Yes, they are. Darker My Warrior, I'll take questions a little bit later on, so hold on to that question. Right now, if you guys are just joining in, we're talking about Final Deletion from Impact Wrestling. Matt Hardy versus Brother Nero. What did you guys think of that match? Let me know in the chat. Final Deletion. Like I said, I thought it was fun. I thought it was a fun match. I'm not going to trash it. I feel like that's what if TNA wants to go down that route, they should. You know, just have fun. Make parody of wrestling. Have fun with wrestling. Be comedic with your wrestling. Why not? I mean, why not? You have nothing else going for you. Stop trying to take yourself so seriously, TNA. Just go out there and just do this. Final Deletion, man. Like I didn't think that this match would gain any interest. I just thought this match was going to be terrible throughout. I said this match looks so fucking bored, and then bad. And then all of a sudden I came out of it. I was like, wow, that was good. Is it a match of the year? No. Heck no, it's not a match of the year. But is it just like you have 13 minutes to kill and you want to watch it? Absolutely. Absolutely. So I do recommend Final Deletion. I am not going to go on here. I'm not going to try to be like everyone else and try to rag on it, poke fun at it. No. I'm going to tell you how I feel about something. I ain't going to do it just for the fact because it'd be cool to do. It's a cool thing to do, guys. It's a cool thing to bash on, you know, Impact Wrestling and shit. Nah, dude, I'm good. I can tell you how I really feel. Look, I don't really like Impact as a whole. I think TNA as a whole has some problems. I feel like they're pushing the wrong people half the time. But really, to be honest, with the Final Deletion stuff, that was fun. That was good. That's what I like to see from TNA. Just go with it. So, yeah, Final Deletion, thumbs up for me. I thought it was a fun little time. Definitely go check it out if you guys have not seen it. Yeah, it was TNA's best rating straight shooter. 485,000, up 200,000. Good shit by TNA. Wacky, zany shit, that's good enough for them. Do that. Just do more of that. You'll be fine. Just build it up a little bit more, too. And it doesn't help that TNA is on a shitty network, too. Like, Pop TV is a pretty bad network. It's nothing too special. Past or present TV. Whatever. So anyways, up next is the final topic, and then we'll take any of you guys' questions regarding the topics or anything that else is going on in wrestling that you want to get my thoughts on. Don't ask any top favorites and all that stuff. You guys want to ask like random questions like that, you guys can go on to the Q&A that I have every week on my channel. But this is more just to keep it in the topic of wrestling and what's happening this week in wrestling, not like what's going to happen, you know, in the past and stuff like that. It's like, I'm pretty sure the people who are watching, the 15 beautiful people that are watching this live right now, know who I am and my favorite wrestlers. So stay calm. Just ask questions about the current stuff. But finally, we're going to get on to the most interesting man in the YWC, one of my personal favorites, the cockfist, Roman Reigns. And WWE doing something crazy with Roman Reigns. So I don't know if this is fake. You guys tell me. I saw this a couple times and I wanted to make a video on it, but I'm more going into the lines of streaming stuff more, people. So I'm here to stream now. Like, I'm not really going to upload that many other extra stuff, but I'm here to stream now. I saw this, and I want to know, is this real? Are they really doing this on the 25th of July? See, I don't know if this is real because of the whole date thing. I don't know if they've done this before. I don't really follow when WWE does this, but is that real? Is that real with what WWE wants to do with Roman Reigns? They want to do a Roman Reigns path to redemption. Oh my, oh, god damn. Oh, God. Anyone who thinks Final Deletion's getting shit on this video must have been wrong. Everyone probably thought I was going to be all praising. Oh, WWE's doing the right thing. They're doing a Roman Reigns road to redemption. No way. Oh, God. Okay, here's the thing. This is not going to work out well. I don't know why Vince is just so stupid. I don't know why Vince has to keep this guy into the character that he is. I get it. Vince's philosophy and the way that he works and the way that he is, he always believes to have a baby face and always to have someone just keep on going to carry that company. I mean, I get it. It's worked for Vince for so many years. He's been in business for 40 years because of a big time babyface guy always being overcoming the odds. Like, look at Hogan, look at Austin, look at Cena. And now he sees it in Roman Reigns. And don't get me wrong, I see that in Roman Reigns too, where Roman Reigns can be a face of your company. But when push comes to shove, after he got this suspension for a failed drug, he failed a drug test. How are anyone going to sympathize with this guy? It is going to be hard for people to literally want to sit there and sympathize for a guy who's supposed to be a quote-unquote professional athlete, having to be a professional performer and be a role model to these people when he's failing drug tests. It's hard to take someone seriously, and I don't care what anyone says. Put the coin on the other side. If you flip the coin on the other side, like let's say heads right now is Roman Reigns. If Seth Rollins got failed with a drug test, a lot of fans would probably lose respect for Seth Rollins. I think a lot of people that are watching this channel would agree with me. If Seth Rollins would have failed the drug test, would you guys be disappointed in Seth Rollins? Would you be disappointed in Dean Ambrose if he would have failed the drug test? I mean, I hope the answer is yes. If not, that just sets a double standard about who it is. But really, to be honest here, if you're really going to try to go down this route with Roman Reigns, a character who you butchered and bastardized for the last year, and now you're trying to freaking make it where he has to have a road to redemption, trying to freaking have it where he's going to try to redeem himself for getting suspended. It's like, what are you doing? Oh, no, this is bad. This is not like Roman Reigns suffered a neck injury and he's coming back after suffering a neck injury. That's a different story. That's a different road to redemption. Having it where Roman Reigns is coming back after failing a drug test, how can anyone feel sympathy for this guy? Because what if he fails another one? Then you are pretty much putting all your eggs in this basket, and you don't know what's going to happen. John Jones actually took a substance outside of Mexico or something. So, and OJ Mayo is a different story. Don't compare this to John Jones or OJ Mayo. That's just stupid. Trust me, if it was, Roman Reigns would be banned much longer. But yeah, John Jones is a perfect example because John Jones is a guy, like I'm pretty sure was a guy that Vince looked at and said, oh, he had a road to redemption, and look at that, he fucked up. And now do you think when John Jones comes back, he's going to have the fanfare that he has? No, John Jones has lost some fans' respect. Roman Reigns had somewhat respect from the fans. Fans can respect Roman Reigns as a good worker. They just don't like his character. You haven't given a reason for people to get behind the Roman Reigns character or like him. Now, look, I like Roman Reigns as a performer. Why? He brings something different to wrestling. I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of the same vanilla fucking midgets doing the same suicide dives, doing the same fucking kicks, the same fucking flips, the same fucking shit. Enough. It's boring. It's watered down. It's diluted. Roman Reigns brings something different. He brings oomph. He brings power. He looks like a fucking man. It's funny when people say we need badasses in wrestling, they point to Dean Ambrose, and I say, what? No, Roman Reigns is more of a badass than Dean Ambrose on his good day. Like, what? You talk about badasses, man. No, Roman Reigns is a straight badass, dude. That dude could probably kick some ass. But the problem is, you don't present Roman Reigns as a badass. You present him like he's a cartoon WWE character. And that doesn't get over, Vince. This ain't the 80s anymore. Hogan got over because he fit with the times. Austin got over because he fit with the times. Cena, believe it or not, I know a lot of people hate John Cena and they won't believe it. But Cena was over at one point because he fit with the times. When Cena was coming up, rap music, especially at that time, hip-hop R&B music, was pretty damn popular. And Eminem was like the most popular rapper at that moment of time. And John Cena was white rapping, so everyone compared him to Eminem. Everyone's like, oh yeah, he's Eminem, bro. He's wrestling. I mean, really, to be honest, John Cena fit with the times at some point, and then all of a sudden he became cartoony character, and that's when people got sick with him. It's like with Roman Reigns, you just make him a cartoony character instead of a straight, legit badass people can look up to and admire to and say, hey, this is who I want to be. And now you're going to have it where this guy comes back after failing a drug test, a 30-day suspension, and you're going to have it where it's a road to redemption. First of all, what makes you think that's going to fucking work? He's already getting booed with the character that you have out there. Not only that, you didn't take him out of the title match, so there's always these little fucks out there that if Seth Rollins would have got suspended, they'd be like, no, Seth needs to stay in the title match, otherwise it would suck. Like, if Seth Rollins did, everyone would be all like, oh no, Seth needs to stay, Seth needs to stay. Yeah, so people are already pissed off that Reigns is in the title match, and now you're going to come back and try to make him a sympathetic babyface. No, WWE, you know what you need to do with Roman Reigns? You need to swerve the audience on this. You need to do this. This is what I would do with Roman Reigns. Now, hear me out here. Yes, is this a heel turn? Absolutely. Because at this moment in time, he needs to change a character. I'm against him being a heel because I think it's just going to get him over. But let's try to make him a heel that actually is despised. A heel that people fucking hate. Not just a heel because of fucking just because he's like making fun of the audience or he's showing his true character. It's like, that's not a heel. Just because someone gets better on the microphone because they're a heel and you're such a great heel. No! A heel is someone I'm supposed to despise. So, you know what? Let's try to make Roman Reigns. No, straight shooter. That's not how you make Roman Reigns a heel. Just have Roman Reigns middle figure to the audience and say F you. No! I was laughing. I was like going to Batista. Yeah, you tell him, Batista, when he did that. No, this is how you make Roman Reigns into a heel. You air that stupid special Road to Redemption. No, you know what you do? You start a Battleground, right? It's a Shield triple threat match. Roman Reigns doesn't show up. Roman Reigns is not even in the building. You have it where Stephanie McMahon and Triple H, and you even have Triple H come out of his little coma. Like, you try to make this feel as real as possible. Where they're like, where's Roman? Where's Roman? Roman doesn't show up. Then later on the Monday night on Raw, during the Road to Redemption, as you're showing that on the WWE network, you cut it off. And you're saying there, why they cut it off? It was getting to a point where they were going there, you cut it off. And then afterwards, you go on there and you say, we have suspended Roman Reigns again because Roman Reigns once again failed another drug test. He is suspended for 60 days. And then everyone's like, what the fuck? What is wrong with this guy? But this is all kayfabe. This is all kayfabe. This ain't real life. And then you just have it where Roman Reigns is showing up to shows fucked up. He's showing up to shows out of his mind. And this will show that Roman Reigns is a good actor. It'll be like, oh, shit, he's fucked up. How can you have respect for someone that's showing up late to shows and stuff like that? It would make what people think about Roman Reigns, because people always already have this assumption Roman Reigns doesn't care about the business. People already have this assumption. So make that assumption into reality. Have people believe Roman Reigns just doesn't give a fuck about the business. Him saying fuck you to the fans, him being a smart mouth to these fans will make people like him. That's what happened with The Rock. Rock came back as a heel. He said, strong as a buck, the biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck. Fans were like, ha, the fucking Rock got those fans. Ha. No, insulting the fans make people like you more. You have to literally make Roman Reigns' character into the most disgusting human being ever. That's how you will make him a heel. You make him a heel like that, where he's just absolutely repulsive. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, Chase, they won't do that. I know they won't. But they would be smart if they did. They'd be smart if they actually turned him heel, where he is just pretty much just like he doesn't give a fuck about the business. He's only in it for the money. He shoves his daughter in our faces and everything like that. It would be great. That way you can make Reigns disgusting. Hell, you know what also would make Reigns super disgusting? You have it where Reigns comes back from the second fake suspension. Let's just say it's the second fake suspension and stuff like that. Reigns comes up, and we know he's not all right. You hear the "you can't wrestle" chant. Roman Reigns is upset about this. Roman Reigns starts to literally, and it's not in a funny way where he's telling the fans to shut up. He literally just goes crazy. He is just getting pissed off. And so then later on, you have a plant. You find some fat fuck that wants to get his ass kicked by Roman Reigns. You get that plant, and then all of a sudden you have Roman Reigns beat up this fan. How disgusting is this human being? And you suspend him again. And I know a lot of people are like, well, you're suspending him too much, Chase. You're keeping him off TV. You guys don't like him anyways, so why would you want to see this guy on TV? And furthermore, in WWE storylines, how many times have someone got fired, suspended, kicked off, banned, and they still come into the fucking arena? You can still have it where Roman Reigns is breaking the rules. You can still have it where Roman Reigns is just going bam. Draven G says, who would be the top face? Who gives a fuck at this point? You're in a rebuilding mode, Draven G. You have no one to build off of. You're rebuilding with Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. You got to rebuild before you can think about who's the top face. Like, god dang. It's like NFL teams. Just because you draft a quarterback doesn't mean he's already a top guy. It's like with the LA Rams right now. They have Jared Goff. Is Jared Goff the top guy of the Rams? No. It takes time for shit to build up to be a top face. Everyone gets in this assumption that everyone needs to win a world title and needs to be a top face and a top heel. It's like, fuck. Can we just get shit going? I mean, seriously. If you make Roman Reigns a disgusting human being, how much better would that be as a heel character? How much better would that be? Where he's just showing up fucked up. He's showing up to the shows late. He doesn't care. Oh my God, that'd be great. You could not like this guy. Him going out there being like when he becomes a heel, it's like, yeah, I hate you fans. You guys are stupid. Believe that. Fuck you. I can wrestle all day. Everyone's going to be like, love this guy. He's cutting those shoot promos. Oh, this is the Roman Reigns I always wanted. And everyone's going to jump the bandwagon. Everyone's going to jump on that bandwagon and be like, yeah, I always love Roman. Roman's my... Shut the fuck up. I mean, seriously. To make Roman Reigns into a good character nowadays, and especially in the era where people like to say these characters are realistic, how realistic is that? Someone who actually has a drug problem and keeps on bailing and bailing and bailing and bailing. That right there makes you want to care for the guy a little bit more. And then, if you want to go the road to redemption route, after Roman Reigns maybe sees his ways, you do a little bunch of everything. Maybe his daughter turns his back on him. You know how much that would hurt Roman or any dad? If their daughter, their baby girl, doesn't want to love them anymore? Oh, shit. Even some of the hardcore of hardcore nutsacks could get behind that shit. So if you really want to build a road to redemption for Roman Reigns, whether it make him a heel or a babyface, you have to do a lot more with this character and have it where this guy in character is fucking up. Have it where you tell Roman Reigns, look, Roman Reigns, act like you have a problem. You want to prove that you're a top guy? Act like you have a problem. That's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. You have to have it where you actually have a real character that people can get behind. Because none of these characters in WWE nowadays, they're not real. And it's hard to really get grasp of them. Because in today's era for wrestling, for whatever reason, we need every character to be real life. Gotta represent the real. So how about that? Why not do that with Roman Reigns? That sounds good, right? I don't know. What did you guys think of my Roman Reigns idea? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching this via the archive. Anyways, I'll take some questions now about anything that we talked about. If you guys want to ask some UFC questions, go right ahead. Just know if I don't answer your question, it's nothing personal. It's just that I think that question might be more of a, hey, that's for the Q&A that you guys can ask for and not for this particular topic in this particular video. And if you guys like live streams of wrestling, NBA, and all that other stuff, hit that subscribe button down below. Yeah, taking some questions. I just want to know what you guys thought about Lesnar, Orton. You know, leave your comments about that too, and final deletion as well. What's up, Amir? What question? Would you have him turn on The Rock? Oh, yeah. Draven G, that would be perfect. You ever where The Rock comes out and he tries to help Roman Reigns? He's like, Roman, I know how you are. I know, Roman, that you can be better than this. So how about that? And then Roman Reigns just punches The Rock. Like, The Rock doesn't even get his whole spiel in. He just punches him, and he just looks at him. And Rock sells that punch like he's never sold a punch in his life. Like, he is acting like that punch knocked him out straight cold. And that The Rock, he can't attend any more WWE events until Roman Reigns is fixed. So that's what I'll do. Yeah, I would have him turn on The Rock. Why not? Make him better. Straight Shooter asked, what do you think of Matt Hardy's Gardner? He's all right. I mean, good work right there. I mean, he was just trying to protect Matt Hardy. I mean, we knew that I knew this guy had a big role. Because remember, in the full director's cut, he asked Matt Hardy if everything was okay. He was trying to make sure that his boss was okay. Because if Matt Hardy gets deleted, guys, guess what? The Gardner doesn't have a fucking job. So Gardner was trying to protect. Blue Knight asked, do you feel that Lesnar and Orton is a true dream match? Oh, no. Anyone saying this is a dream match started watching wrestling in 2002. Like, anyone that thinks Lesnar and Orton is a dream match started watching wrestling in 2002. This is not a dream match. This is an OVW dream match, yeah. A bigger dream match is a fatal four-way between the OVW 4. That is a bigger dream match than Orton versus Lesnar. Orton versus Lesnar is just kind of like one of those what-if matchups. It's not a dream match. What-if and dream matches are different. This is not a dream match. Anyone who says this is a dream match just started watching wrestling in 02. Like, it's not a dream match whatsoever. Because a dream match is one of those matches where you know everyone will be watching. Even your freaking mom who doesn't even watch wrestling will be watching. You can convince your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your freaking cousins, your sisters, your brothers, your fathers and everything, your co-workers, hey, come over to watch Hogan Cena. That's a dream match. Hogan Cena is a dream match. People will be like, Hogan's fighting John Cena? Yeah. Come see Stone Cold Steve Austin take on Hulk Hogan. That's a dream match. The Rock and Cena. That's a dream match. Orton and Lesnar? That's not a dream match. Not a dream match at all. Not a dream match at all. My boy Generic Minority says, I think Lesnar versus Orton is dumb. Final deletion sounds hilarious, and Roman needs to be heel. Couldn't agree more. Amir May Punk asks, does it matter if Orton comes back just to lose? At this point, Orton is at the level where nobody's going to think he's shit if he takes the L on a return. Exactly. That's another good point, Amir, that I didn't bring up. You're going to have it where Randy Orton comes back, and it's just like, oh, LOL, he loses. That's it. But then again, he's facing Brock Lesnar, who just came from the UFC. It's like, At one hand, WWE wins, but at the other hand, they don't win. It's always so funny with them. Draven G asks, I would also turn to Usos because they need a turn. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad if the Usos turned heel. I would agree with that. They could be like Roman Reigns' little drug buddies. They hook Roman Reigns up. Be cool. They're the reason why Roman Reigns keeps getting high. Straight Shooter asks, I wish they would have done an Evolution Fatal 4-8. Triple H versus Orton versus Batista versus Ric Flair. Yeah, that would have been good. Aisha Boss asks, Chase, if your idea of the Reigns swerve does not happen, which would be a shame, do you think they will turn him heel at Battleground or at Raw? Battleground, I don't think so. Raw, 40% possibility they'll turn him heel. And they'll most likely turn him heel because he punches Dean Ambrose. And that's supposed to be a heel turn because he punched Dean Ambrose, guys. That's such a big deal. That's breaking the mold of a heel turn, guys. Oh, he punched him. He knocked him the fuck out. It's all over from there. The friendship's over. That makes him a heel all of a sudden. I mean, seriously, does that really make someone a heel because he punches someone, beats someone up? I mean, Dean Ambrose did kind of like cash in the Money in the Bank briefcase. So, yeah. Generic Minority, this is not a question that I'll answer because it has nothing to do with the three topics at hand. And fuck the vaudevillains. Who cares? Who cares what the vaudevillains are going to do? So useless. So useless. SmackDown Live. SmackDown's Live is happening next week, right? Something like that. Is it next week, SmackDown? Oh, no. 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, SmackDown comes live. The draft happens. So, yeah, that's going to be some exciting stuff when the draft happens and stuff. Well, I do a live show on it? Probably not. It depends on my work schedule. Keep in mind, guys, when I do streams, it's mostly because I have days off. So, yeah. It's just mostly a day off. Draven G asks, is it possible for Orton to counter an F5 into an RKO? Well, let's test this out for a minute, okay, Draven G? We'll test this out for a little bit. All right, so Brock Lesnar has the F5 like this, okay? Brock Lesnar has the F5 like this, and he cyclones and rotates the opponent like this. So Randy Orton would literally have to cyclone around and grab Lesnar's head as he's cycloning to do an RKO. I mean, that's the only way I could see it. Yeah, he'll have to grab the head at this point where Lesnar does this, and Lesnar has to literally throw him in midair right in front of his face just for him to catch the RKO. So that's the only way I could see that happening. Other than that, I don't know. How that it'll be a sick reversal if it happens, that's for sure. But it's going to be hard for him to do. I mean, I think they might just do it, or Lesnar goes for it, Randy Orton slides back, and then he turns around and hits the RKO. Do you think Orton should have faced Kevin Owens at SummerSlam? Asked by Straight Shooter. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'll like that a little bit more. Blue Knight, you probably heard about WWE's Raw lowest rating this week. I wonder what you think about it. It was a shitty Raw. It was on 4th of July. The deck was stacked against that Raw, to be honest. So, yeah. That's all I really got to say about it is, like, the deck was stacked against it. Like, what was that Raw supposed to do? Just move back? Like, yeah, you know what, guys? We're going to do Tuesday SmackDown Live, actually. 4th of July. Fuck, we can't compete with that. So, the deck was kind of stacked on it. So, but that day is still pretty bad because Raw, normally on 4th of July shows, they at least average a good amount. Everyone likes to blame a lot of superstars for it. I blame WWE's name brand more than the superstars. Sometimes, like, people sometimes blame the superstars a little bit too much, but we never like say like, oh, it's this guy's fault or this guy's fault why the company sucks. It's like we always say the WWE's stupid, they're dumb and stuff like that. They're the ones that are making these dumb decisions. The superstars are just kind of forced to do these dumb decisions, to be honest. Aisha Boss asked Chase, with Orton and Lesnar happening at SummerSlam, what do you think will happen in this match? I see Orton having problems with his garbage injury-prone arm, with Lesnar doing Kimura lock on him. Yeah, you know, if Lesnar wins via submission, maybe they'll make Lesnar into the submission beast, suplex city / submission beast type of gimmick. Who knows? I honestly just see Lesnar winning via F5. Amir Maybe will be dumb enough to split up tag teams in the draft, considering the tag division is already slim. Most likely. I think they will split up some tag teams. Like some guys don't even need to be in their tag teams anymore. They honestly do not need to be in their tag teams anymore. So yeah, that's all I would really say about that. Because like honestly, like some of these tag teams I don't really care about. Like Enzo and Test, I'm done with them. I just want American Alpha on the main roster already. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, especially Gable, really fucking good. Chad Gable's really good. And like I said, maybe because Chad Gable and Jason Jordan wrestled that amateur style, and there's not really a lot of guys who are wrestling that amateur style anymore. And it's like they all do the flippies and the kicky shit. That Chad Gable and Jason Jordan are like a breath of fresh air. I'm excited. I'll probably do a video next week talking about the Cruiserweight Classic, to be honest. So I'm excited for that one as well. I think it's going to be fun. No spoilers, please. If you post any Cruiserweight Classic spoilers, I will kick you from the chat. I will block you. I'll kick you. It doesn't matter. I'm actually looking forward to this. I want to see what they bring to the table. So, yeah, that's all I really got to say about that. Straight Shooter asks, what if Brock Lesnar brings a trash bag to the ring and Randy Orton tries to RKO Lesnar, but instead of trash bag and hurts his shoulder again? No, Randy Orton can't touch trash bags. It'd be like Randy Orton trying to use a trash bag as a dude. I swear, if he uses a trash can as a weapon in this match, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. And then Randy Orton like breaks his shoulder and his fucking neck. Like, oh god, that'd be great. Generic Minority asks, where do Brock and Orton go after the match? Who do they feud with next? Orton, you can kind of just throw against anyone. You can just kind of go like, oh, Randy wants to feud with this idiot. Go right ahead, do it. Brock, like I said, if he wins a UFC, he has to go for the title. You can't have it where he wins a UFC fight and then can't go for the title. He has to go for the title if he wins this. Like, come on. You can tell me Brock Lesnar, this ninja right here, is going to go on and beat up Mark Hunt, and they can't go for a title? Get the fuck out of here, WWE. Brett the Bullet asks, is WWE stupid enough to create 2 world titles instead of having 1 world title? Oh, yeah, they're stupid enough. Because really, to be honest, is that WWE has really made it for the fan base to believe you're nothing without a world title. Fan base nowadays, they really believe a wrestler has not been solidified in today's wrestling unless they've won a world title. Back in the day, when you talk about guys from back in the day, like the Scotty 2 Hotties, the Crash Hollies, the Mean Street Poxies, or any of these fucks world champions, nah. You talked about in the 90s with like Goldust and stuff like that. Was he a world champ? You could argue Goldust should have been a world champion at least once, but nah. Razor Ramon. Was Scott Hall, Razor Ramon, was he ever a world champ? Nah. It's like nowadays, fans believe the only way you're interesting or the only way you're solidified as a wrestler in the business today is if you win a world title. WWE has planted that in their fans because when a wrestler gets all this hype and a wrestler gets pushed, they can't seem to understand the basic concept of breaking a superstar down. Because what happens is, what WWE does when they try to break down a superstar, they make it where they break them down to the point where it's depressing. It's not a great breakdown because that's what they used to do with a lot of wrestlers back in the day was like Macho Man would go for the world title, would lose the world title, and then he would break down and he would feud with smaller guys, but at least he was still featured. The perfect example of a guy that got broken down horribly was Ryback. Ryback was going for the world title, and then this fucker was mid-carding and jobbing out on superstars with Curtis Axel. I mean, how does that give you hope nowadays? So that's why people think like, oh, if you win a world title, you're validated. That's why I think they're going to go with 2 world titles because they can't find a way to just have one world championship be interesting enough. Because fans nowadays are always about, oh, yeah, you got to win a title, otherwise it means nothing. Because if you're not winning a world championship, you're a nobody, which is a shame because it puts too much pressure on these wrestlers to try and go on and win a world title. I mean, not all these wrestlers should be world champions. It actually makes it special. It's like in the NBA where, you know, there's so many great players. Karl Malone, John Stockton, Charles Barkley. These guys ain't world champs. They've never touched an NBA championship. Allen the Answer Iverson. Hell, in today's current NBA, you can throw in Carmelo's name in the hat, I guess. But there's so many names where you just think about them and they've never won world championships in the NBA. And same with the NFL. You know, there's many guys that are really good who have never won an NFL Super Bowl. And it's like, hey, it makes those guys feel a little bit special. Look at all these great running backs that have never won a Super Bowl. Barry Sanders, LaDainian Tomlinson, and stuff like that. You would love to have them play in the Super Bowl, but they never won it. And that's what makes it special, is when someone that never wins shit, and you just remember that career and you just say, man, I wish they would have won a title. It makes you appreciate their career a little bit more. But with wrestling fans, they feel like everyone needs to win a world title, otherwise their career isn't solidified, which shouldn't be the case. I mean, we should have those discussion points where it's like with Goldust, for example, and Razor Ramon. Now, Razor Ramon was a different story. He went on to WCW. I'm pretty sure he would have won a WWF championship later in his career. But with Goldust, man, you talk about Goldust back in the 90s, dog, everyone will be all like, man, I wish Goldust would have at least won 1 world title. He deserved it. Yeah. That's fine. That makes it feel special. It makes you feel special talking about Goldust feuds and saying how great he was and how he should have been a champ at least once in his career. Nowadays, everyone needs to win a championship. Like, everyone that gets onto the main roster, it's like, oh, if they don't win a world title, it doesn't mean shit. It's like, what are you talking about? Why is it that they need world championships? Why is it that every wrestler needs to hold a world title? I think that's stupid. I think WWE has fucked themselves up with that one. So, yeah. Let's see. Next question. Hope you guys like that answer. I'm always a big believer of stuff like that. Let's see. Oh, the suplex is starting by Deluxe Man. So everyone's going to go on to that one now. Hey, is Randy returning or is it Kevin Owens that's facing him because he's been confirmed about Orton? Wrestling Fan 99 asks, Randy Orton is returning. He's going to face him at SummerSlam. It's been confirmed. So, yeah. Pretty sure TSN would not confirm it unless they knew. Draven G asks, what do you see Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose doing at SummerSlam? Rollins versus Triple H, hopefully. That's what I would do. If not, Shield triple threat again. Who cares? Blue Knight asks, how would you feel if Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg were in WWE commentary? Annoyed. They're terrible. Mike Goldberg would be like, and don't forget, Subway, eat fresh. Always eat fresh. Man, this is crazy. Did you not just see Randy Orton? Oh, God, shut up. They're just infomercial ads now. Don't care about them. Aisha Bosch says Orton's theme should be, I hear trash bags near my arm. They hold me. They understand they injured me. Blah. Am I right, Chase? No, that's terrible. Keep the original theme. The original theme is better, yeah. So, yeah. Any more questions for me? Because I really want to know what more questions you guys have in the world of professional wrestling. Sorry if my voice is kind of got a sore throat. I think I got from this Chinese lady at the gym. She farted in the pool. It was disgusting as fuck. You know when someone does something disgusting in the pool because the water gets warmer. And she just farted. That's what she did. She just did that. It was disgusting as hell. The Narc Marty asks, do you feel like they should actually hold off on the Shield triple threat? I feel like they're going to milk it dry. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Aisha, you indeed. I was trying to swim over there, and some old lady is like partying in the pool. DJ Cass asks, have you been watching TNA again since Lashley is champion again? Yes. I said I'll watch TNA when Lashley's champion. I am. I don't watch it live. I have work. I'm a working human being. So, yeah. I'm watching TNA. Blue Knight, should Orton lose less oil because I feel like he gets more injured when he slips out of a wrestling move? You imagine that Randy Orton's all baby oiled up and then fucking Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar tries to do a suplex and they totally botch it. Oh, God, that'd be great. That'd be such a funny botch, man. I'm gonna lie. That'd actually be a pretty funny botch. He's all trying to do a suplex. And Randy Orton just slips out like, whoa! My bad, Brock. Put too much baby oil on. Wrestling Fan 99 asks, who's your favorite WWE superstar? Randy Orton. Orton's my current favorite. Then goes Roman Reigns. Then goes Seth Rollins. Then Neville. Then AJ Styles. Those are my current favorite wrestlers. I have vanilla midgets on there. Yeah, you damn right I do. Yeah, all right. A few more questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. DJ Cass asks, do you feel as if just because it was 4th of July on Raw, that's not an excuse WWE not to try to continue stories and be good? Yeah, it's not an excuse. I don't know what WWE was thinking. I honestly don't know what they were speaking about that. So, like, why did they just make it a filler? You're trying to get people excited for the brand split. This is not getting me excited for the brand split. This is just making me say this is going to be just as worse, if not bad. I mean, it's really sad, too, because they're calling, like, all these old-time veterans. And it's, like, guys you don't really care about. You're just, why? Jimmy Wayne Yang had a meeting. Like, who the fuck gives a crap about Jimmy Wayne Yang? Dude did shit. Oh, my God, dude. I went to No Way Out 07. I can tell you right now, Chavo Guerrero got a bigger reaction than him. So, Straight Shooter asks, what do you think of Brother Nero using fireworks and Matt Hardy saying no shit? Funny moment. Like I said, watch the match. It's fun. I liked it. Why wouldn't I like it? I said the match was fun. I don't need to go into detail about the spots. The match was fun. But that one tree spot that Jeff Hardy did, fuck. I would not do that. That looked like it legit hurt. Like, they probably had to stop recording. It didn't seem like they stopped recording, but fuck, man. That shit looked like it hurt. Amir May Punk asks, I don't mind having 2 world titles. I don't know why, but I find Hot Potato flipping the title around a little more often entertaining. LMAO. Well, that's just from the whole Attitude Era stuff that they used to do. Most people who grew up in the Attitude Era don't mind titles flipping and stuff like that. DJ Cass asks, what are your thoughts on title versus title, Lashley versus Edwards, and Drew Galloway versus EC3 in a fight? Oh, that's going to be good. Destination X next week on Pop TV. I think Lashley and Eddie Edwards is going to be a good match. I don't know if they're going to give Eddie Edwards the championship here. I hope not. I think he's ready for a world title, considering the Wolves just broke up, and he recently lost his title to the Miracle Mike Bennett. So I would have to say Lashley to get both belts just to build off the fact that this guy's an unstoppable monster. And Galloway versus EC3, it's going to be a good match. Bunch of crazy stuff, but it's a typical TNA. Hey, we have nothing for these guys to do. Instead of actually having a legit match or building them, let's just have a street fight because that's what sells. So, yeah. Wrestling Fan 99, thank you. Draven G, who in the Cruiserweight Classic do you think has the biggest chance of getting WWE contract? Also, have you watched the Cruiserweight Championship Bracketology special? Haven't gone around to the Bracketology special. There's this one show sponsored by the which WWE Raw and SmackDown be on called Mr. Robot. Holy fucking shit. You know, let's go on to Mr. Robot diatribe, then I'll get back on Wrestling Talk. Okay, so I didn't think the show was going to be good because it's a USA Network show. How good could it be? I mean, it's average at best. You're going to have 1 or 2 episodes that are going to be like, eh. But, like, really, to be honest, USA Network shows are good for, like, a little bit, and that's it. They don't feel anything special. You can tell they're low budgeted. They're not fun. And so, you know, watching Raw, you see all these Mr. Robots commercials and stuff like that. And at the theater, when I clean the theaters and stuff like that, the first look thing will show Mr. Robot stuff. And so, you know what? I'm interested. Let me go check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. So I got the free trial of Amazon Prime and then stuff like that. And I was watching the first episode. Holy shit, dude. I'm surprised USA Network made this show. I can't believe USA Network made this show. This doesn't feel. This feels like a Showtime. Feels like an HBO, an FX, AMC type of show. This is no way a USA show, man. They're saying all these like crude language and stuff like that. It's darker than most because most USA shows are always like locations. Yeah. Like Burn Notice was old, and then same with the Call show. I mean, this show is it's good. It's really fucking good, dude. Really good show. It has a good cast around it. The actors are really good too, man. Like seriously. So I checked it out today, and I haven't got a chance to watch the Cruiserweight Championship. Probably to most likely. If I'm pretty sure it's only like 40 minutes long, so that way I can the guys in there like Zack Sabre Jr.'s in there, Cedric Alexander. Ibushi and stuff. So those are like the 3 guys that I definitely know and stuff. I think Ibushi's gonna get a contract because you know they hyped him up at NXT TakeOver at Dallas, and then also I feel like he's gonna win. But I think Sabre Jr. should also get a contract. He's pretty damn good. If any of you guys have a link to Sabre Jr. versus Kurt Angle, let me know so I can check out that match because I'm kind of interested in see how those two work with each other. And I don't know if Cedric Alexander will get a contract. So yeah. All right, then. Straight Shooter asks, is it bad that I only care about Mike Bennett and his wife, Maria Kanellis? She is really fucking beautiful. No, that's fine if you only like Maria Kanellis. It's like John Morrison. Most people only cared about Melina when he was Johnny Nitro. Amir made Punk ask, watch the Prime Deletion stuff after I heard the buzz about it. It was so bad, it was so good. LOL. Should I continue watching TNA at least throughout the summer? Honestly, Amir, no. I'm keeping it real here unless you really want to see how. Listen, if you have wrestlers that you like that got screwed over from the WWE system, sure, go watch TNA for Lashley, Galloway, and EC3. But if you're not really a big fan of those characters and you can't really grasp onto those characters right away, it's going to be hard for you to watch. Just to be real here. Al Crow asks, can you imagine Brock Lesnar versus The Rock versus John Cena versus Undertaker versus Triple H versus Randy Orton? Who will win? I would probably say Undertaker would win that one. Yeah, I'll go with Undertaker. I think Undertaker would win that one. Aisha Boss asks, it was one of the best new shows that the premiere last year and it was critically acclaimed, and due to the success show, they were renewed of the second season. Yep. And I'm watching the first season. And by the way, when you look at the episode titles, guys, don't think like they fucked up with the episode titles. They're all like coding, like all coded and stuff like that. It's pretty fun trying to read what the episode's about. So yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you guys very much for attending this live stream. You guys are all awesome. If you guys want, go watch the UFC later tonight. Mr. Robot on Amazon Prime. That's just balling. I'm telling you the truth. Good shows, guys. I know good shows when I see them. But thank you all very much for tuning in for this one. This was awesome. Like I said, every week, I'm more of a streaming channel. I'm going to be uploading videos like how I used to. Live streams, more of the live interaction type of feel. I'm more comfortable doing this. It becomes a nuisance for me. So this is a little bit more easier, a little bit more fluid. It's more up my alley. So I'm going to be doing more live stream stuff. So if you guys like the live stream aspect of things and you guys want to replay and stuff, longer, better, blah, 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 let me know. Comment section, chat. That's what I'm going to be doing. If you guys don't like it, sorry. I'll try to get my SoundCloud back up. So maybe you guys can download it in podcast format. So you guys can take, or maybe you guys can just download the MP3 yourself. If you have YouTube Red, that. And you guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. Hit the subscribe button down below. Next week, I'm definitely going to be talking about the match. I'm going to be talking about that and what other big wrestling news there is to talk about. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for tuning in. NFL MMA. This is your boy, Chase Oliver. I hope you guys enjoy your day. Peace.